Welcome to Temple Builders Carpentry. Well, the purpose of this channel is to transform you into the perfect craftsman that you always wanted to be. Whether it's a DIY project or you're doing work around your community or your neighborhood, you will be able to perform the task, all right? Temple Builders. Now, first thing first, safety, okay? Now, doing carpentry around your neighborhood, you're not gonna need a hard hat all the time. But I have ran into situations where I needed a hard hat where the structure or the building had fire damage, and the joists, the ceiling joists, the rafters, they was hanging down, and it was a hazardous, a hazardous environment. So I had to wear a hard hat. All right. Another thing is boots. Okay, steel toe boots, composite boots. It's your choice. I like caliper boots. I like slip-on boots. Okay. Good pair of jeans. These Carhartt. And again, you get what brand you like. So, and in summer and in winter, I wear long sleeve shirts because your arms can get scraped. One time I got attacked by a tick, and all of these things is vital for the safety of you and the people that's around you if you're working with anybody. Okay, so, oh, I forgot, safety glasses. These are one of the most important things. You don't want none of that sawdust in your eyes and metal shavings and stuff like that, okay? All right, so where we gonna start at now? So, you wanna be a carpenter? Oh, I forgot too, the mask. A mask like this is good for when you're cutting. You can put it up. Helps block the sawdust, or sheetrock dust, and plus in winter, help keep you warm. Okay, so a carpenter needs a tape measure. All right, you gotta measure your material. Now I'm gonna have a video about the tape measure. It's gonna be my next video coming up. So I'm gonna want y'all to subscribe and hit the like button so we can go and start this temple builder thing up. Cause temple builders, we problem solvers, and temple builders is safety first. So you're gonna need a tape measure. And if you don't know how to read this tape measure, like I said, I'm gonna have a video coming up on how to read a tape measure. I prefer you to have a 25-foot tape measure or a 30-foot tape measure. Okay, that'll get the job done on whatever job you're going to. And I also get, got the fumble fingers right there though. I also get this 100-foot tape measure. It's for bigger structures, you might want to do a deck, something like that. We're focusing on residential carpentry, light commercial, okay? So we're gonna be doing small jobs starting off, okay? What you see behind me here is right, all these tools right here. These are tools that I consider to be necessary to start a carpenter / handyman business, a small business. And I hand selected these tools for specific purposes, but something I went through myself, okay? So, this is, if you follow this blueprint here, with all these tools, you will be able to perform carpentry work efficiently and effectively around your community and around your neighborhood. Next item here is a framing square. That's one of my favorite items right here. Okay, you're definitely gonna need a framing square. All right, when you start getting a little more skilled with your carpentry, a tool like this is gonna help you get the angle for your rafters. Okay, it's gonna help you space your studs. I'm gonna have a class on the framing square. This right here, this is a beautiful tool right here. This is my favorite tool. Okay. All right, so to sit this down, you're gonna need a framing square. Also, speed square. This speed square basically gonna do the same thing, similar to the framing square. All right, you need a speed square as well. Third, okay, come over here. We need this, we need a level. That's a given right there. You definitely gonna need a level, you know. This right here, very important tool, is a level. This is gonna find your horizontal plane, you know, or your structure that you're building. You don't want to have your structure leaning to the side, you know, leaning to the left, leaning to the right. That's not good quality. You need timber builders quality. Timber builders, we problem solve, okay? But always remember now, safety first. Safety first. Now, this level also gonna find your plumb. This is your plumb. It's your vertical plane, all right? You definitely gonna need a level. Next to, this is a 4-foot level. So right here I got a 16-inch level, okay? So you're gonna need a long level, you're gonna need a shorter level, okay? You gotta look at your tools too, because a lot of these tools, they be having several functions, more than one function. You know, this is a 16-inch level, but I can also use this level for spacing, because you know, studs, rafters, ceiling joists, they be spaced 16 on center a lot of the time, sometimes 24. So you can use this tool as spacing as well. Okay, so you definitely know you need a cord. It's a 100-foot cord. You can go to any home improvement, you know, store, find you a good extension cord. All right, right here. This is a level, but this is a level for your post. It's a post level. When you get ready to do your decks, getting ready to set posts, you need something like this. All right, next item. Right here we have, this is an adjustable square, okay? Now, I use this for sheetrock, okay? You can use it for paneling too, you know, to cut your paneling. But you set this rail on your sheetrock, and that's gonna give you a square edge to make your cuts and things like that, you know, make it a whole lot easier. This is what you're gonna need to do your repairs, your residential repairs, when you're going through your neighborhood and you're getting paid. That's the whole objective, ain't it? Okay, so you gotta be prepared, and you gotta be prepared to do quality work. So this is why you're gonna need these tools. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I got my tools, I was getting my tools one by one, because I couldn't afford all this at one time. Maybe it's some of y'all out there that can afford the whole thing at once, but at the time, you know, I couldn't afford all of this at once. So I was working somewhere, and I get a check, and I buy one tool, I get a check, and I buy 2 tools, and you know, eventually, you know, it built up momentum, and I got a large variety of tools. And this ain't all my tools right here. This is just what I deem as the necessary amount to start a small carpenter / handyman business, okay? Now let's move on. We got here is a jigsaw. It's a jigsaw. Okay, and remember now, I'm trying to use the least amount of power tools in this collection of tools as possible. I'm trying to be cost effective with y'all too, you know what I'm saying? Now, this is a jigsaw. Now, when I'm going around the neighborhood, let me see why I use this at. Okay, a lot of these old houses, they got decorative eaves, you know, they got architectural eaves, and they be in a certain type of shape or form. You can use your jigsaw to cut that out, okay? And it's used for several other applications. Okay, now the jigsaw is used for your countertop, like kitchen countertop. You'll cut a hole in the countertop to set your sink into it, you know, so there's a whole lot of other applications for this. Okay, next, okay, heat gun. You definitely need a heat gun. Now, I ran into a lot of homes where they had vinyl flooring, vinyl sheet flooring, vinyl tile flooring, and the adhesive on the back of that vinyl was real, it was stuck to the floor. How about that? I couldn't get it up with just scraping, okay? So I had to use a heat gun. Use a heat gun, go over, it's gonna melt the glue, melt the adhesive, and it'd be more easier to get up. Next, right here, when you applying the vinyl sheet flooring, you need this roller. You know, when you lay your flooring or you flip your flooring back, your vinyl flooring back, you put your adhesive on the floor and you flip your vinyl on the adhesive. You want to roll it out. This is what this roller for, and other things as well. All right. Okay. Now, this next item right here that you definitely gonna have to take your time to pick is a hammer. You need to pick the right hammer for you. You know, a carpenter and a hammer, like, I don't know, like a warrior and his sword, okay? You need you a good hammer. So this is my favorite hammer right here. This is a 17-ounce hammer. The weight of it is 17 ounces. It's a framing hammer. It feels good to me, you know what I'm saying? So what feel good to you, you know, that's your decision, you know what I'm saying? So these are the type of hammers that I want you to get. It's for. Okay, these two will be considered framing hammers, okay? Now the difference between these two hammers is that if you look at the face of these two hammers, is it getting up there? Okay, you look at the face of these two hammers. This one right here is a milled face hammer, and this is a smooth face hammer, right? So, but both of them are straight claw hammers, okay? Now this milled face hammer will be for rough carpentry, you know, where it's not gonna matter if it leave any markings on your wood. And this one right here, smooth face, so this won't leave no markings on your wood, okay? So I want you to get these two type of hammers here, the milled face and the smooth face hammer. And along with that, I want you to get a hammer like this. This is a 16-ounce little hammer. It's a smooth face hammer. But what I really want is the claw. It's a curved claw hammer, okay? This give you more leverage when you get ready to pull nails and things of that nature right there. So you want the curved claw hammer as well. And you want this type of hammer right here. This hammer is a rubber hammer. You know, if you got trim work that you got a tight fit, you want to bump it, you don't want to make no marks on your wood. You know, we professional here. This is temple builders. Temple builders, we problem solve. And always safety first now. Now, this also for chiseling. You know, you ready to chisel, you use your rubber hammer. Okay, what we got next? All right, now, caulk gun, self-explanatory. You know, this caulk your cracks. You know, you're gonna need you a good caulk gun. All right, look right here. This right here is a smoothing tool. This is a block plane. So when you eyeballing your wood, you know, you see some waviness in your wood, you can smooth your wood down, you know, give it a smooth surface. You're gonna need this. This comes in handy. That's a block plane right there. All right. Now this is a Makita Saw. This is my favorite brand of saw. Okay. Now if you're underage, make sure you get your parents' permission before you use any dangerous equipment like this. This is a dangerous machine, and it can kill you. Okay, so make sure you know what you're doing. I'm gonna have a video on this. Make sure you watch the video on my saw. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you hit the notification bell. All right, so y'all can become my apprentice. Now, what type of saw you get, that's up to you, but I would say that you get a quality saw. If you're gonna spend your money on anything that's gonna be quality, I would say, yeah, you definitely need a quality saw. Okay, so I'm gonna go into depth about this saw, but we need to move on, because I'm gonna have videos on most of these tools that y'all can learn off of. All right, so y'all just start making y'all some money. All right, okay, now, okay, a knee kicker. This for putting down carpet. All right, you can't let that money pass you by. All right, you use this to put your carpet down. You're gonna need that. This right here, this is a chop box. Okay, this is inexpensive angle cutter. All right, that's basically what it is, an inexpensive angle cutter. Now, once you get your money up, you can get you a compound miter saw. That's a miter box. Once you start getting your clientele, and then, you know, people start, you know, moving your name throughout the neighborhood, then, hey, you can buy you a compound miter saw, the power kind, okay? So, but right now, we're going for cost effectiveness cost effectiveness. And so you know that this is gonna be cheap right here. All right. Next, we have right here. This is you need some trowels. This for your sheetrock. You're gonna be doing a lot of repairs, a lot of little small sheetrock jobs. Okay. So you need two little small putty knives like this. This gonna whip up your mud in your container. Right here we got a 6-inch trowel, 8-inch trowel, a 10-inch trowel. I'm gonna have videos on how to mud sheetrock. Make sure you watch that. All right. Now this right here, this is another one of my favorite tools right here. This is a Plumb Bob. All right. This tool, it uses gravity to get its readings right now. It's basically a weight on the end of a screen. But this tool, it points at the center of the earth, okay? So what you're doing here, you're finding plumb. So this tool is used to find plumb or your vertical plane, all right? See, I also use this tool to pinpoint my structure corners, the corners of my structures when I'm getting ready to build. You see, it got a point on there, so I can, when I do my layout, I can find the corner of my building, and they'll let me know where to put my batter boards at. Okay, but I teach you a little deeper on this Plumb Bob. This is one of my favorite tools. It's a real old tool right here. But I teach you, like I said, watch my video, then you'll start to come up. All right, let me put this to the side right here. Let me put this. That's the sheetrock stuff right there. All right. Now I'm gonna go through this right here. Right here, you ain't gotta get this book right here, but you have some little manual. I always keep me a little manual, a little reference manual. This how your house works right here. It's basically for DIYers, okay? But if you look at him, you got electrical, you got HVAC in here, you got plumbing. And see, look at those drawings right there. See all those components. Keep you something like that, cause this class is mostly about carpentry, but it's also about being a handyman. So if you in someone's house and then they got a leak, okay, and then they got a sink that's leaking or they got a toilet that's leaking, you gonna let that money just pass you by? No, you a temple builder, okay? You do that handyman work too, so you gotta get that money. You gotta get that too. So, you'll know when you become a craftsman because you become a problem solver. So a little job as far as like fixing a leak, you'll be able to solve that problem, okay? With the tools that's available right here. So keep you a little manual that if you don't know what's going on, let me reference this manual. Reference your manual, you'll be in the game. All right, get you a paddle. This paddle right here is for mixing up your sheetrock mud if you need that much. And also for mixing up your mortar, your grout. You're doing the small tile jobs, okay? Let's move on from that. Oh, I forgot. You definitely gonna need you a little hand saw. You know what I'm saying? All right, when you're cutting through your wood and you ain't cutting all the way through your wood, you're gonna wanna use this hand saw to get more control. It's gonna give you more control to stop that cut where you want it at, okay? Now, I would use that, but some people wanna use this here. You call this a sawzall. They call it a sawzall in the field, okay? But it's called a reciprocating saw. You can use this also to go and control your cut, but this is also used for demolition. This is a handy tool right here. I suggest getting you a little bag of goodies like this. So, boom, definitely necessary. You need this screw gun. Let me see, where is my, okay. You need a screw gun. You need your bits. Okay, that's just a must. You got all that in there. You need the bits that go with your screw gun. Okay, that's a must. I can show you a class on that as well. What else we got in this bag of goodies? It's the impact tool. You need a flashlight. When you're crawling up under that crawl space, up under that house, you go in that attic, you need a flashlight, okay? Now this is a little bag of goodies right here that I got at the local home improvement store. All right, let me move on. Okay, I'm gonna stand up here for nice. Going to take it. See what we got here. All right, so what we got right here, we got a flat nose shovel. Okay, I use this maybe to scrape commercial tile. Scrape commercial tile up. You can use it as a scraper. You know, I also use it when I'm building decks. You know, this too, post hole digger. You know, digging a hole for your post. And like I said, these tools are the cost-effective tools. You know, these are tools that you buy before you start buying your expensive tools. These tools you buy while you're on a budget. Then you work your way up to the more expensive, high-power tools. Okay. You got it right here. It's a pickaxe, so this is gonna be for your rocky soil. Okay. You're gonna do all these tools right here is a must now. You know, just start a small carpenter's business, because you gotta do quality work. Sledgehammers. It's a 10-pound sledgehammer. You know, so you're gonna use this mostly for a lot of demolition. You know, and then I'm setting up batter boards. I'm getting ready to lay out a structure, whether it be a deck or a house or whatever. So right here we got a 3-foot pry bar. You definitely gonna need this long one. It's long for you can get you some leverage or whatever you're trying to pry or whatever. Then you got a short flat bar. Necessary tool. All right. We're gonna start wrapping this thing up. Let me go and come over here. I don't want to keep y'all all day out here, man. Okay, now, right here, sander. You need a sander. A lot of times you might have to sand before you paint. Okay, and I like to use the little sponge sanding block for sheetrock. Sometimes you'll use this, but I try not to put that much mud on my sheetrock the way I have to use this. But you know, sander got a lot of applications right here. All right, knee pads. These right here gel, so get you a good pair of knee pads, because you're gonna be on your knees a lot doing flooring. Okay. Okay, we got a small tile saw right here. Now, when you start your small business, you might run into someone that's kitchen got a few broken tiles, 2, 3, 4. So that's why you'll use something like this grinder. You use this grinder, get your grout out, remove the grout, and you'll use a chisel to get your tile out in your place. Now, if this tile is against the wall, you have to cut it. So that's why you got this little small tile saw right here. You know, it's gonna come in handy for you. Then when you build your craft up, you build your skill up, then you can start doing kitchen, bathroom, ceramic tile. You know, and then you get you a better tile saw than this. Okay, but like I said, grinder too. This tool right here is definitely a must. You know, it's gonna get you out a lot of jams. You know, it cuts through metal, so I done had to use it. I made some mistakes when I was doing security door. You know, security doors, they got the one-way screws in there, permanent security doors, and I was drilling the screw in there. It didn't go in all the way, so I had to remove it. So I had to, and it got stuck. So a tool like this is for cutting metal, thick bolts, anything like that. This is a very handy tool. I can have a video on this too as well, you know. So let me move on now. Right here, normally this right here is a plumber's tool. But remember, you're a handyman too as well. You can't let that money get by you. There's you know, someone has a leak in their house. So that's why you have to get you 2 pipe wrenches. That's what these are. These are 2 pipe wrenches. You usually have them mounted something like this, and then you turn them somewhere like in that direction. Right? If you need me to show you a video on that, write down in the comments. You know, give me some feedback from y'all. You know, and you know I'm basing this channel off of I want the novice, I want the intermediate, and I want the advanced carpenter. You know, everybody can. You ain't too old to learn that, okay? So everybody can learn from everybody. All right. So give me some tips in comment section, okay? We're gonna move on. Now, this definitely is a must too. This is a router. I recently had a job where you go into older homes, you gotta replace the trim, right? And the trim, you know, it normally be some hardwood, you know, maybe some, what is it, poplar, or it might be some premium pine wood or something like that you gotta replace it with. So the trim have a decorative edge on it. So you use this router, you know, along with your bits. You gotta get your router bits too. Now, oh man, I tore this box up. Somebody stepped on this. So I'll make me a new box out of scrap wood. Okay. So you gotta get your router bits. All right. You get your right bit. Let's say you want a round over. All right. You get your bit. Put it in your router, and then get your decorative edge for your trim work, you know, and make you about $100 right there, you know. All this is for, I ain't gonna lie, I think you can make somewhere between $100 and $300 a day, you know, doing different little tasks around your neighborhood. You know, you might have to go lower than that sometimes. You might have to, you know, you'll do it for $60. You do it for $80. You might have to do that before before your name gets popular. First, a lot of times you got to show people that you do quality work. Then they won't be hesitant on paying you the money. Okay? Because remember, what we is temple builders. That's right. Problem solves. But we always safety first. All right. Now, all right. This tool right here, this is a great tool right here. All right, it's a multi-tool. It's an oscillating tool, okay? What I use this for, okay? I use this for a threshold, all right? In a threshold, let's say I'm gonna put down a transition script, you know, I'll cut the bottom of that stop on the jamb to put in my transition script. You also use this with tile, doing the same thing, okay? You definitely need this multi-tool, oscillating tool, all right? Get you one. Now, oh yeah, I have a video on that. Y'all want a video on that? Let me know in the comments, you know. All right, now, these right here. Look, you got here, these grips, these clamps, all right? When you out there working by yourself, you got you a sawhorse. You got you a sawhorse, right? You're gonna use your clamp to be your other hand, right? You're gonna use your clamp to clamp your material down, and then guess what? You'll be able to saw your material, your stock. Okay, so you're gonna need you some clamps. Next item here. You might say, I'm not a painter, man. I come here to do carpentry work. Why are you showing me this? You know, you starting off, so I wouldn't let that money get by me, okay? I wouldn't let that money slip by my hand, so you need to go and get that money too. That's why I put that / handyman in this, all right? So you gotta be multifaceted. Get you a roller and get you a good paintbrush. All right, now this is a tiny paintbrush. I ain't got my other one out here. This is all I can find right now. So, but you'll get you a set of paintbrushes. This is 1 inch. You know, you'll get you 2-3 inches. Okay, along with the little paintbrush and your roller. Don't let that paint money slip by you. All right, let's go to the next item we got right here. Bottle jack. All right, now this bottle jack right here gonna be for, let's say you go in someone's house, they have rotten floor joists. You gotta replace 1-2 floor joists. You use this bottle jack to jack that floor up and replace those joists in that home, okay? Now, what I'm doing right now, I'm skimming through these tools, you know what I'm saying? I'm going pretty fast through my collection of tools right now. However, I'm gonna have other videos explaining almost all these tools here that I'm showing y'all. I'm gonna go into detail with it, all right? Okay, now, you're gonna need you a bag for your smaller tools. This a climb bag. It's a, let's see here. Try to put it on. It's a backpack tool. See? So, this is where I got my screwdrivers and stuff in. You know, I can walk around with this. No problem. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. If you don't want no climb bag, you ain't gotta get there. It ain't mandatory, but I suggest getting one because for me, it's real handy for me. You know what I'm saying? You'll see a lot of electricians with this bag right here. But I use it for all the carpenter work and handyman work I do. You know what I'm saying? Put my little speed square right there. See that? And I got my tape measure right here on the side. I want to show y'all some pouch right here. Right here in this pouch, I got pencil sharpener. Got my pencil sharpener, and I suggest you get one of these too. This is a level to go on your line. What did I do with that line? Y'all stay right there in that shot. I'll be right back. I had them. Okay. All right, I'm back. Okay. You'll hang this right here. This is a line level. And like I said, you know, I use this a lot for doing decks and stuff. For when you got your batter boards up and you're running line, you see that level? Yeah, get you a little line level. See what I'm saying? Get you one they sell them at your neighborhood home improvement store. All right, so okay, just remember now, this is I'm giving y'all the bare minimum, so I ain't gonna show you everything in here. I got a little extra in here, but I'm just giving you the bare minimum of what you need to get. I would suggest get you some of these right here called square gauges. Get you some square gauges when you're making your stairs. But that was this framing square for. Framing square for doing your stairs, doing your rafters, getting your angles. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to use the framing square in my later video. If I can get this little square gauge on here, kind of acting up with. See that? Put the square gauges. I'm gonna put this up on the camera. See how those square gauges right there? You put that on your framing square. You're gonna need you at least 2 of those. Get you 2 of those right there. All right. And you move on. Let me show you what's in the bag. All these tools right here came out of this bag. I got a whole lot of more tools in here, but like I said, I'm showing y'all the bare minimum of what you need to start your small business. You know, so definitely a little wrench set like this. You know, carry in my bag. You know, comes in handy. This heavy duty chisel. I think it's a brick chisel. If it's not, it's just a heavy duty chisel. This right here, I use this for trim. You know, when you're being delicate, trim is considered, you know, finished work. Considered to be finished work. So when I'm being delicate, you know, with my trim, you use something like this as a pry bar. It definitely comes in handy. You need this chisel. Now you ain't gotta have this exact. Oh, you wanna fall now? You don't wanna have this exact. You ain't gotta have this exact type of chisel. My chisel got this rough surface on it called a rasp. See that? The rasp. You know, it's for taking away waste materials. You know, so let's say I'm installing a door, okay, and then I gotta cut out the hinges. So I use my chisel. You know, and you can use the rasp to get away the waste material, or you're doing a lap joint. You know, use your chisel to remove the waste material. Use your rasp. You get the picture. So let's move on. Definitely need a pencil. Definitely need a pencil. Now, let me see what we got here. Okay, these right here usually come in a set of 3. It's a nail set. This right here is a nail set. So let's say that you hammer a nail in and the head sticking up, you know, just a little bit. You use this to set it down in the wood. That's why they call it a nail set. Now I know you're not an electrician, okay, but you are a handyman. So it might come a time that you would like to start putting up lights, installing fans. So there's a voltage tester right here. Even if you're not installing lights or fans, you still want this voltage tester. You know, you don't want to be a fool. You don't want to be a fool with electricity. Okay, you want to know what's what. So I consider this tool to be necessary as well. Okay, what else? Okay, I ain't said nothing about the sliding T-bevel. Okay, this sliding T-bevel you're gonna need. I'm gonna do a video on this. Oh, boy, I jumped off there. I'm gonna do a video on this, and what this tool does is it captures your angle. Okay, it's used for various different applications. You're gonna capture your angle with this tool, sliding T-bevel. I'm gonna do a video on that. Okay, we got 2 channel locks right here. You're gonna need these. Okay, right here, Sheetrock Saw. Okay, you're gonna need this. When you're doing your sheetrock repairs. All right. Remember, we getting all this money. We handyman. You know, we helping our community. We helping the neighborhood out. We building, okay? Crescent Wrenches. Get the 2 of them. Combination square. All right. Get you one. You get you one bigger than this. This good enough for me. I keep it in my bag right here. Keep it in my nice Klein bag. You know what I'm talking about? And now you got your good old screwdrivers. Flathead, Phillip head. Okay. Oh, one more thing I need to tell them about that they need to keep too. Still need to show. I'm just gonna show them my bag. I ain't gonna tell you about every tool in here, but I'm just showing you this bag, and all this gonna be filled up in here. But I do want to show y'all this, which is Allen wrenches. You don't need your Allen wrenches, definitely. Okay. Definitely gonna need your Allen wrench. All right. Oh yeah. And your locking wrench. You need this as well. All right. All right, man. You see, if you see right here, I got little hole saws and things of that nature. So you take a look. You arrange your bag how you want yours. Okay. But this how I want mine. Okay. I think we done went over most of these tools here. Now, I have this laid out here from my own experience of what I did over the years of doing residential and light commercial carpentry work. So this is the necessities that I feel that you will need to be a good quality carpenter. Okay, stand up with me. All right, now you don't have to get this type of ladder. Okay, this is the ladder that if you can get this type of ladder, I recommend a ladder like this because this ladder for me it saves a lot of space. Okay, it's 2 ladders in one. It's a step ladder and it's also an extension ladder. Okay, so that leads to one of the next most important items on the tool list, which is not here, which is your vehicle. Okay, me, I like trucks. I get a truck with a ladder rack. Okay, and you might like vans or you might like SUVs, and you can put trailers on all these vehicles. Okay, a lot of times I just was working with a truck and a ladder rack. Okay, you get a truck, a ladder rack, and a trailer. Okay, now like I said, back to this ladder. When I first started off, I had a cheap step ladder that was fiberglass, and I had a cheap extension ladder, so there was 2 ladders. You know what I'm saying? But with this ladder, it eliminates that. I got 1 ladder. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This ladder here is a step ladder, and it's also an extension. Extension ladder. There we go. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. There you go, right there. So this is my favorite ladder. You know, it helps me out. Now keep in mind that it's gonna be a little bit heavier. See how you can extend it if you need to. That's your extension ladder. Okay. So it's gonna be a little bit heavier than a fiberglass. Okay, so if you can get you a ladder like this, it's a little giant. Matter of fact, it's a little giant extreme. A ladder like this probably costs you between $300 and $600. But if you can't afford that, then I would say get the 2 ladders. Get the fiberglass, get the fiberglass step ladder, and get the fiberglass extension ladder. Okay. Did I miss anything? I think we did everything. I think we went over everything. Okay. Now I hope y'all enjoyed my content. Now this is my first channel. This is my first time doing anything like this. So I hope I was able to entertain y'all. And all I'm doing is trying to give y'all a wealth of information about how to make money doing carpentry work, handiwork, you know, around your neighborhood and around your community. Now, I want y'all to follow this channel, okay? And we're gonna go through an in-depth journey on all these tools and on tips and methods of how to do carpentry work. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell, and become my apprentice. You know, we temple builders over here, problem solvers, safety first. I'm gonna holler at y'all next time.